Morning, guys. I know it's Monday morning. I am outside the courthouse for work, and I actually got here about 15 minutes early. So I wanted to go live this morning and talk to you guys about a book I've been listening to on Audible as of today. I've listened to it before, but I'm listening to it again from a suggestion of a training I listened to last week, the 10x rule. So a lot of you people who are coaches, have your own home businesses, have heard of the 10x rule and have read it. And as I'm listening to the 10x rule, so I have about a 45-minute commute each way every day. But with going to the courthouse, that makes it about an hour drive this morning. So I listened to about an hour of the 10x rule this morning. And of course, I have goals in my mind for my home business, and I don't publicly share them a lot. I just kind of keep them to myself, share them with my team, share them with my coach, but that's really about it. I don't publicly share because I don't want people to think I'm bragging. I don't want people to think that I have unreasonable expectations. I don't know. I don't typically share them publicly. But for those of you that follow me for a while, I have actually coming up on my 8-year anniversary as a coach. I believe it's June 19th, I believe is the day that I'll have been a coach for 8 years. And that's kind of crazy. So 8 years is a long time. People can say, you have accomplished a lot with your business, because I was able to stay home with my daughter for 18 months. But unfortunately, those student loans that I made horrible decisions on are looming over my head, and I had to go back to work to pay off those student loans. I had to get a lot of other financial stuff in order from all the time I took off, not really being honest with myself about the debt I had, and all that debt is finally paid off. And now I just have my student loan to worry about, and then obviously our house. But it's literally $100,000 in student loans, and that's a lot. So those of you considering grad school, don't go to a private grad school. Go to a state school, which is cheaper. It doesn't matter where you went to grad school. Nobody cares that I went to a private fancy university for my master's. Nobody cares. If I would have gone to UW Milwaukee, I would have still gotten the same job. As a master's is a master's. But anyway, I digress. So when my daughter was 18 months old, which was last April, I went back to work, and I went back to my job, and actually ended up with a promotion as a supervisor. So yes, it is more money, but not enough money to quickly pay off $100,000. And then with losing my daughter, my business did fall a lot. There was another time in my life where that happened, when I was working crazy hours for the state of Wisconsin and go way over my head, and I let my business slide then. So I've now let my business slide twice. And it's been tough to get back at it, because after losing my daughter, obviously my focus is different. Obviously the kind of person I'm attracting is different. So things are completely different than they were the 2 different times that I had major success. So yes, I've been struggling, but these last 6 months, I've really been working on figuring out where I want to be with my business, the kind of people I want to help, and really the kind of coach I want to be. Because in the past, I was majorly, I'm going to watch other people, I'm going to copy what they do because they're successful, and that just doesn't work, because you need to be you, because people will know when you're not being you, and they just will stop following you. So that's just how it is. So, I had goals. I'm like, well, I want to be at a point in 5 years where this $100,000 is paid off, and I can quit my job and stay home full time with my kids. That was kind of the plan. And I'm like, well, at that point, also my daughter will be going to school. So that time when my kids are at school, I'll be able to devote 100% to my business, but I'll be able to get them on the bus. I'll be able to go to all their activities. When they have things going on during the school day, I'll be able to be there. I want them to take out time off for their appointments. That was my whole plan, 5 years. That's my plan. That's $20,000 a year. I can make that, by bumping my business up a little every month. But this morning, that all changed. So this is just being 100% things. It all changed. So today is technically the first day of summer vacation. Last Friday was my son's last day of school, But today was the first day that both my kids are home and I had to go to work. Obviously, I had to do the same thing last summer. And the summer before that, I was home with my kids. But, we had a fantastic day yesterday. We spent all day together, me and my kids, because my husband was golfing. And it was just a wonderful day. It was just a fantastic day. Obviously, I didn't get back to people who have messaged me until later yesterday, but it was 100% worth it because my kids are my number one priority. But when I left my house today and got in my car to drive to work, I cried because it was that feeling that I was having before when I was a single mom, where I would cry every single day when I would get in the car and go to work and leave my son with my parents. I felt that every day. And it's just the worst feeling, and it made me feel negative on myself because I really should be farther in my business in 8 years. Yes, I know I've had lots of hiccups. Yes, I know I've had a lot of trauma. I've had a lot of tragedy I've had to deal with. Losing a child, you really never get over that, being honest. But 5 years just isn't going to cut it. So, listening to the 10x rule this morning, I've decided to cut that down to 2 years. By 2 summers from now, I'm going to be home with my kids. Mark my word, I'm making it public right now. 2 years from now, I will be home with my kids. It's not because I hate my job, guys. It's not. I love my job, but I love my kids more. I love my family more. And I'm missing out on this time with them. In 3 years, my son's going to be in high school. He's not even going to want to spend time. And know of 2 years if he's even going to want to spend time with me. He'll be 13. I don't know. But I know my daughter will. And I definitely get emotional because this is my why, guys. And I don't say it enough. I don't share it enough. And that is doing a disservice to me and my kids, because my kids are why I work so hard. My kids are why I lose the weight. My kids are why I want to be healthy. I want to have a good example for my kids. I want to be around with them for a long time. I want to be able to, like yesterday, chase them on the playground, have fun, and keep up with them. That is why I work out. That is why, and I eat healthy to show them a good example so they also eat healthy. My daughter eats very, very healthy because she watches what we eat. My son, we're still working on it, but you guys, I can't do this 5 more years. 2 years. 2 years. I'm only going to miss 2 more summers with my kids, and then I'm going to be home. I'm going to get this $100,000 paid off in 2 years. What does that mean? It means I need to work my butt off. It means I need to find some amazing ladies who also want to work their butt off, who also want to be home with their kids in 2 years. Or maybe you're already home with your kids, but you're on the brink of having to go back to work. You're having another kid, or you're having your first kid and you want to stay home with them. Guys, it can be done in 2 to 3 years from scratch. It can. And I don't want to chase people. I want to just really connect with ladies and find out who needs this, who is 100% on the same wavelength as me and completely understands where I'm coming from. Maybe you love your job like me. Maybe you went to school and racked up $100,000 in student loans and you feel like you can't stay home with your kids because you have all this student loan debt. Maybe it's even like 20, 30, 50, I don't know, 10. But you feel like you spent that much money on your education. So you have to be working in that field. Maybe that's how you feel. I don't know. I don't know exactly how you feel, but a lot of the people that follow me have been through a lot of things I have lost a child, have been through a domestic violence relationship, deals with depression, anxiety, yo-yo dieting, hates the fact that you have to pay someone else to raise your kids. I mean, I know that's where I'm at. Alex only goes to daycare twice a week, but I still hate having to pay someone to take care of her when I should be with her, especially in the summer. So I guess that's where I'm coming from, guys. And I'm going to 10x this thing. And 2 years is my goal. So, I'm going to talk about income. Beachbody does not guarantee any level of income or success from the coaching opportunity. Each coach's success is based on their own individual effort and skill. I got to say that. I'm at about $300 a week is what I'm making. But to pay off this $100,000 in student loans, you guys, I got to bump that up. I got to 10x that, SHIT. I got to 10x that. So if I'm going to pay off this $100,000, I need to be up to $3,000 a week 2 years from now. Isn't that crazy? But you know what's funny? The point when I stayed home with my daughter, I was making about $1,250 a week. $1,250 a week. But at that time, I wasn't paying off any student loan debt. I was just paying the bills. So I can get it up to $1,250, but I know I can do better. I know I can 10x up to $3,000 a week. If I was making $3,000 a week, that would be about $150,000 a year. And that would pay off my student loans and then some. And obviously I wouldn't let up in 2 years. I would keep pushing. I would keep building my income higher. Why not? I always said, well, I just want to make 6 figures. Why? Why not make $500,000 a year? Other people do it. Why not? Why not set big goals? As I was listening to Grant Cardone with the 10X rule, he said, why would you want to set a goal of $100,000 and fail at 100 and come short? Why would you want to make that $100,000 goal and come short? I mean, if you come short at 75,000, 70,000. 75,000 would be awesome, but it's still not 100,000. Wouldn't you rather fail making with a goal of $1 million? Then if you were even making $500,000 and you failed by that much, it's still $500,000 a year. But guys, it can seriously be done with this business, and I will show you how. Because I've done it before. Yes, $1,250 a week is not $3,000 a week, but it's close. It's almost half. And I did that while working full time. I was working full time as a guardianship representative when I was making $1,250 a week. And that's, again, how I was able to stay home with my daughter for 18 months. But this time, I'm not going to sleep until my new connections are done every day, till my invitations are done every day, till my follow-ups are done every day. So I had set goals of 20 new connections, 20 invitations, and 30 follow-ups. But you know what? I'm bumping it up. I'm going to have 30 new connections a day, 30 invitations a day, and 50 new follow-ups per day. That's a lot of people. That's like over 100 people a day to talk to. But I'm going to do it because I've been bypassing the 20-20-30 goal. So I'm going to do it. So I've got big goals. I want to do it with a group of ladies that have big goals, that really want it, that want to work with me one-on-one. I'm only going to take 5 ladies per month so we can really, really delve into this and really, really focus on hitting our goals. So if you are interested in one of the 5 spots in my 10X group, reach out to me. And guys, you better believe it. You're going to see invites to me. We're going to talk. We're all going to reconnect. So you just message me before I have to send you an invite. And let's talk for real. I want to do this with ladies that really want to do this. And that we can do this together and set that goal to be home with our kiddos in 2 summers from now. So that's all I have for you this Monday morning. Make today amazing. Bye, guys.